Hello, this is Verdugo, and this is the show where intelligent people like you can find the tools to change the rules. Welcome back to Amazing Websites Television. Today we have the sequel of the airlines and social media show that we started last week. I first of all would like to thank you for all the great emails and comments on social media you have actually left because of the previous episode, which I thought it was very, very interesting that we were basically covering only KLM. On this episode, we're going to be covering a few more airlines and how actually airlines are using it properly and how other airlines are not really using it properly. We have also a very, very interesting interview with Nasif, which is the general manager of the Sheikh Mohammed Center of Cultural Understanding in Dubai. And we also have a number of really, really cool tools. So without further ado, let's get started with the show with a very interesting point of view of how Southwest Airlines is actually using social media. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to find out how they are using their blog to actually change their policy and how they're using it to improve their customer service. Take a look.
You may recall a couple years ago, we were thinking about abandoning our legendary open seating policy and going to a assigned seating policy like more traditional airlines. And for years we've gotten complaints from customers that say, I love your low fares, you fly to the cities I want, but I hate that open seating policy. Our CEO wrote a blog post about it. We got 1,000 comments from our customers, 80% of which said, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We actually love this policy and it's the only reason we fly you. And while we're at it, the problem is not your open seating policy, it's your crazy boarding system. Mm-hmm. So we took that information to heart. We actually took a lot of their suggestions and ended up with the system we have today, which is a refined boarding process that our customers love. I think without that blog, we very well may have had assigned seating today. So it was a turning point for our executives to really see the power of the blog, and it really changed the internal debate on that issue.
Nuts About Southwest has also improved Google search results.
It's also really improved our sort of Google juice or searchability. When other airlines started charging bag fees, we saw that people were searching Southwest Airlines and baggage, Southwest Airlines and bag fees. We were prepared with that with a post that outlines all of our fees and policies. We had video content up, so now when people search bag fees, they get content from Southwest that says, hey, guess what? We don't charge you bag fees. Without that content, they'd be getting different information and we wouldn't have as much of an influence on that message.
This is quite interesting, don't you think? Well, I think it's very, very nice to see that an airline is actually using very, very proficiently social media in order for them to improve their customer service and their policy and how they actually serve their customers. So now what I would like to find out is how you're using social media. So it'll be great if you actually make a comment on the blog just below this video and let us know about that. Now I think it's time that we go to our next section of the show where we're going to be seeing how another great airline, which is of course very advanced on social media, is handling their social media, and this is going to be Virgin America. Have a look.
So we're in the hallowed halls of Virgin America. Can you just tell us generally, what are you doing with social media?
I'm Porter Gale. I'm the VP of Marketing at Virgin America, and one thing I'm so proud of is that we have almost 200,000 Twitter followers and 150,000 Facebook fans.
The obvious baseline question is just tell us what Virgin America is doing generally in social media right now.
Sure. Virgin America has been using social media for at least 3 years. We use Twitter, we use Facebook. We've also been integrating with a lot of providers like Looped, Clout, and we found that it's a really great way to connect with our guests.
So here, do you use it to promote, to support? How do you differentiate between two? What are you using it for?
With social media for us, it really was at first a way to connect with our very passionate fan base. They wanted to post pictures of the plane, talk about the music. But what we found is it's also really great for guest service. So if there's a recovery issue that we need to do, it's also great for kind of real-time research, where we can find out if our website is slow, if there's weather conditions that someone's posting about. So it's really a combination of things.
Okay.
We also push out fair sale information and promotions, but the main thing that we do is we really try to keep it authentic and interesting and really about what the guest needs.
Is there pressure here for determining the ROI of social media use?
In terms of the ROI of social media, we do track it down to the cost per acquisition, so we put omniture tags on our social media pages so we know exactly how much revenue is coming in or if it was last click. But we really view it as an engagement channel. We found that our flyers are very technology-based, they're digitally savvy, they use the tools. So our whole point of view is that the conversation is happening, and so we might as well be part of it rather than just watching it.
Two of the people that I really like following on social media are Guy Kawasaki and Mary Smith. So if you would like to actually find out more about all these trends and all this stuff that I'm actually sharing with you, make sure to go to guykawasaki.com and also to marysmith.com. Didn't you find this interview quite interesting, even though I just showed you a tiny little fraction of what the entire interview was all about? Quite interesting how airlines are actually using social media, right? Well, I have a great tool that I want to share with you in our feature presentation about social media that you're going to find very, very, very interesting. So now let's go to the next section of the show, which is going to be our feature presentation.
And now, our feature presentation.
Dear marketer, with people spending so much time socializing on the internet, we both know the glory days of TV, radio, and print ads are over. Even search and display better watch out, because people would rather ask for friends' recommendations and trust them 12 times more than messages from advertisers. In this new world, if you want to get your message heard and acquire new customers, you must adapt to their changing behavior. Introducing Social Referral Marketing from Social Twist. The basic idea is simple. With social networks, you already have the essential connections you need to spread your message. Your customers, fans, followers, website and store visitors, each of them can help promote your message to their 200 friends, should they have a good reason to. So how do you do this right? Let me tell you, it takes a lot more than putting a like or share button all over the place. You need to give your customers something credible and authentic. Authentic enough to earn their referral to their friends, who will then refer their friends, and so on. If you do this right, you will acquire new customers faster, at much lower cost, and not just those looking for a good deal. Plus, you will make your existing customers more loyal. Doing this right takes more than a clever strategy. It takes a robust referral marketing platform and know-how. Social Twist is a social referral platform used by more than 40 of the world's leading companies to create irresistible social programs that spread through their customers' networks like a raging inferno. Leading CPG companies, banks, retailers, entertainment companies use Social Twist to create awareness, drive in-store traffic, and acquire new customers at a fraction of the cost of traditional marketing methods. They understand that converting a prospect into a customer does not mark the end of your customer acquisition journey. That was so yesterday. Today, it marks the beginning of the real journey. How do you authentically mobilize this customer's social connections to convert others? That's exactly what Social Twist does for your business. So stop wasting your marketing dollars following old marketing rules. Join the social referral marketing revolution. Write to info@socialtwist.com to find out how to put a social twist into your marketing.
How important for you as a business is to have your pulse on social media? Well, I think it's very, very important. Let me just show you an example of what happened a few years ago with United Airlines. United Airlines actually just completely ignored the power of social media and the power which is actually given to the consumer by social media, and this is exactly what happened to them. Have a look.
Flew United Airlines on my way to Nebraska. The plane departed Halifax, connecting in Chicago's O'Hare. While on the ground, a passenger said from the seat behind me, "My God, they're throwing guitars out there." The band and I exchanged a look, best described as terror, at the action on the tarmac, and knowing whose projectiles these would be. So before I left Chicago, I alerted 3 employees who showed complete indifference towards me. United, united, you broke my Taylor guitar. United, united, some big help you are. You broke it, you should fix it. You're liable, just admit it. I should have flown with someone else or gone by car. 'Cause United breaks guitars.
Social media gives the power back to the consumer. I think this is a beautiful example of what happened. I mean, United didn't really pay attention to this guy, David Carroll, which is a Canadian guitarist. He didn't really get his guitar back, and he didn't really get the customer service that he was expecting. Therefore, he took it back on United by making a video, uploading it to YouTube, and right now that video has had close to 12 million views. Now imagine, this has been a PR disaster for United that could have been avoided by simply keeping a pulse on what happens on social media. So that's why it's very, very powerful example. Now let's just have a look of what happens afterwards, because he actually made a second video on his experience with United. So just have a look.
Hi everybody, I'm Dave Carroll and I'm coming to you from an undisclosed warehouse somewhere in Nova Scotia, Canada. And I would like to express my deep gratitude to everybody in the world who's been supporting United Song 1 the way you have, which is more than I ever could have hoped, especially after 2 days. United has been in contact with me, and they've generously, but late, offered some compensation.
Very interesting story, don't you think? I mean, I think it's just amazing that social media actually created just a complete PR disaster for United. And I think that's why it's so important that you keep really a pulse on what's happening on your business and on your industry about your company, because of course this is going to affect you drastically. So just with that very last lesson on airlines, I think it's time that we move to our next section of the show, which is going to be our special guest. Today we have a very interesting person. His name is Nasif Kayed. He is the general manager of the Sheikh Mohammed Center of Cultural Understanding in Dubai. This Sheikh Mohammed Center of Cultural Understanding is just absolutely amazing. When you go to Dubai, I really recommend you to go there, because it's a place where you can actually debunk all the myths that have to do with Islam, that have to do with the Middle East, that unfortunately the press in the Western world keeps on pumping all over the place every single day. So I'm sure that you're going to find this information very, very useful, and make sure to follow him on Twitter and also on Facebook, and make sure to visit their website. Have a look. Today we have a really interesting guest. I am right now in Bastakia, in the old part of Dubai, and I am sitting with Nasif Kayed in the Sheikh Mohammed Center of Cultural Understanding. We just experienced an incredible explanations of everything which has to do with the Middle East, with Dubai, and I think what they are doing is great, because I think it's an absolute misconception what we keep on hearing in the Western media about the Middle East and about the Gulf countries. And what they are doing is they are actually trying to open their minds to people so that they will actually understand how beautiful this culture is. So, Nasif, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
And what I wanted to, can you explain a little bit of what you are doing and what is the Sheikh Mohammed Center of Cultural Understanding?
Thank you for the opportunity. SMCCU, Sheikh Mohammed Center for Cultural Understanding, established in about 1995. We took over this house in 1999. And it is Sheikh Mohammed Center for Cultural Understanding. Its aim is to just simply exercise the open doors, open minds policy. Our doors are open for anybody to come in and ask us any question that they have on mind. Our minds are open to whatever the question is, no offense. And we want the other people to have an open mind to the answer, that although we are different, but we're more similar than different. So therefore we talk about religion, we talk about social life, we talk about politics, we talk about economics, anything that come across your mind. And it's over a meal, such as a breakfast. It's traditional food, such as lunch or culture dinner. It can be a walk around Bastakiya. It can be a visit to a mosque, learn about the mosque, what happens inside the mosque. Is really Islamic religion very violent religion? Is it really hate everybody else? Like they tell me, either you convert or you kill. I said, no, that's not true. Religion is much older than that for it to have done such a thing. Our website is www.cultures.ae.
Cultures.ae.
Cultures with an S at the end, .ae. We have SMCCU Dubai is our Twitter, our Facebook account. We have LinkedIn. We've been around for a while, and we look forward to being part of everybody's company, everybody's life.
Can you explain to everyone how it all works? I mean, obviously, you're attracting people through the internet so that they will come here, well, through many medias, of course, but through the internet to come here, have breakfast. Can you tell them a little bit about the experience and what they will expect when they actually reach the center?
Look, to travel to the Middle East is already scary as it is. I mean, especially these days with all the revolutions. To travel to Dubai or the Gulf countries, it's brand new. I mean, you couldn't go visit Saudi Arabia or Qatar in the old days or Kuwait. Now you can come to Dubai and the Emirates and see people who are dressed in white, see people who are ladies dressed in black, and you ask the question, why? Who are you going to ask? You're going to come across somebody in the mall or a coffee shop and say, by the way, could you answer this question? They're not going to know, because a lot of people you walk up to and say, why do you wear jeans? They'll be like, what kind of question is that? So therefore our center is there to answer all these silly, but not silly questions, but really they are curiosity questions. So once you have landed in Dubai, we urge you to please make us your first stop. Come here, have a breakfast, have a lunch, have a dinner, whichever activity you choose on our website. We are ranked really good with TripAdvisor and so on and so forth. So if you look for us, you'll find us. And you are equipped now to go out into Dubai and walk around, visit Burj Al Arab, Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall, and you're more equipped to understand why is what. Your knowledge is helping you understand what you see around you rather than be confused by it. So it definitely will add to your trip, enhance it rather than be confused and walk around with misconceptions.
Fantastic. Well, I definitely recommend you to check cultures.ae. And whenever you come to Dubai, make sure to meet Nasif personally and actually experience the incredible hospitality that they have on the Sheikh Mohammed Center of Culture and Understanding.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Well, this pretty much wraps it up for the day. I hope that you have really enjoyed all the content that we have been sharing with you. Now you know how important it is to use social media for your business. Now you know how some airlines are actually using social media, and also you know that there's an amazing place in Dubai where you can find everything about the Middle East and about Islam in one place, which is just absolutely vital, because of course what we have been fed from the Western media is not really exactly how things are. As a last point, allow me to tell you that I would like you to download my book at amazinglyuseful.com. It's a free book with amazing resources. Make sure to watch us next week. And just to close the program, I have a beautiful video. Actually, I'm just going to be a short part of the video that is called Bokra Tomorrow, which is a very, very interesting proposal started by Quincy Jones. So you're going to really enjoy that. Make sure to also visit their website. Once again, this is Ernesto Verdugo, and this is Amazing Websites Television, the show where intelligent people like you can find the tools to change the rules. See you next week.
اللون آمن على كل المفارق تضحك لينا